Hey guys, Doug Kroll here. I wanted to do a three-part series, kind of educating clients in how to really structure a comprehensive medical plan. And I felt for part one, it's necessary to start off by going through the different network options that might be available to you. And it really breaks down to four different options that you can choose from. And not all states carry every option, so you may be confined in some states to maybe one or two types of network options, but I wanted to go through all four of them nonetheless. So to start off with, the most common one that you've probably heard of and the most sought after is called a PPO. So the great thing about a PPO, and that stands for Preferred Provider Organization, is it's going to offer the most freedom. You're going to have the most doctors that are going to be available to you, the most medical facilities in general that are going to be available to you, and you don't need any sort of referral to go to a specialist. It's just going to provide a lot of freedom to choose the doctors and the medical facilities that you really want to go see. So the offset of that though is they tend to be a little bit more expensive in price unless you choose a private plan where they reduce the price down based on your medical history. So if you're in general good health, you may be able to get a PPO network and get a much, much lower rate. So that's the most popular one. HMO is another one that may be an option. Now, typically, I've been doing this for 18 years, and the HMOs that I've typically offered in the past have been through Medicare. And the reason why I don't mind an HMO for Medicare is because it's very, very structured. A lot of us, as we get a little bit older, we start to take medications, and the last thing you want to do is to be taking medications that could contradict each other or even cause harm to your body. And having an HMO places what they call as a gatekeeper or a primary care physician in charge of your medical. So you're not able to go to a specialist without a referral from your PCP. And why that's important is you've got one doctor that's prescribing the medication or one doctor that's in charge of facilitating all medication to ensure the safety that what you're taking may not offset another. So I do like them for a specific reason, but it does offer some feeling of being confined. And so if you want flexibility, that's probably not the best choice for you. But I do know that when you're in need of more structure, that is the way to go. And they tend to be quite a bit less expensive on that monthly premium. Next is a POS, and a POS simply stands for point of service. And this is kind of the best way to describe it. It's kind of a hybrid of a PPO and an HMO. So you do have a primary care physician with a POS. However, you don't need a referral in order to go see a specialist for something. They tend to be a little bit less expensive, or quite a bit less expensive than a PPO, but a little bit more expensive than what you're going to find in an HMO. And I tend to see these a lot in some of the states offering marketplace plans. So it's rare that you're going to find a POS on a private plan. Again, those are generally going to be PPOs, but a POS has been offered in quite a few of the marketplace plan states. And then finally is an EPO. An EPO simply stands for Exclusive Provider Organization. Now, that is, there's a lot of similarities to a PPO with an EPO. And the biggest difference is with a PPO, you have coverage. It's going to be out of network coverage, but you have coverage with a PPO if you go out of network. In an EPO, you don't have any coverage if you're out of network. So you really want to be cautious when choosing an EPO network that the doctors and medical facilities that you will most likely be seeing are going to be inside of that network. So you're going to see a very similar experience with an EPO as you would with a PPO as long as you're in network. So the best way to really kind of break it down simplicity is PPO is going to provide freedom. HMO is going to provide structure. POS is a hybrid between the PPO and the HMO. And an EPO is in-network service only and no coverage if you're out of network. So I hope that starts us off well, that you have a little bit of a more firm understanding of how networks work. And next time we're going to, in part two, we're going to break down how to build a comprehensive medical